This meeting is being recorded.
Welcome back. Yay! The baseball negotiations are over and spring training starts immediately. Or boo, the MLB lockout continues. I don't know when the status of these talks will be by the time this interview airs, so let's get to the good stuff. I am Grayson Knight, and this is Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. Most of my listeners, all 8 of you, even that guy in Germany, probably do not think baseball is boring. Unfortunately, there are many people who believe the game needs a complete overhaul to stay relevant and keep fans engaged. Luckily for those folks and so many others, the Savannah Bananas exist. Since 2016, the Bananas have sold out every home game. They are part of the Coastal Plains League, made up of college players in their off-season time, and they even won the CPL last year. From what I can tell, the team, which is made up of the Premier Squad, which is about to start their World Tour, and the Summer CPL team, is just about the most fun baseball experience anyone can have at the ballpark. To help me learn more, we have 2 player ambassadors from the Savannah Bananas here today, Kyle Luigs and Bill Leroy. Welcome to the show, guys.
Give it up for Grayson Knight. How about that intro?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What an intro.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. You're welcome for being on my Let's start by explaining to our listeners exactly who you guys are. Would you please introduce yourselves and tell us a bit about where you grew up, your baseball background, and what position you play?
Now coming to introduce himself to the computer, a 4-year banana, a CPL champion, a University of North Georgia alumni, myself, Bill Leroy. What do you think about that?
That's awesome.
You like that? So, Kyle and I can kind of speak for the both of us. Our resumes and our lifestyle has been very parallel for the last 5 or 6 years. Kyle and I played college baseball at the University of North Georgia for 4 or 5 years together. We lived together every year. During the summers, we came down and played in the Coastal Plains League with Savannah Bananas. We lived together in the summers. This past summer, we won the 2021 CPL championship, as you mentioned. Whoop, whoop, shout out our 2021 CPL championship team. And then afterwards, we didn't get drafted to the MLB draft. Savannah Bananas hired us full-time to run a youth baseball academy at the field and play for the professional premier team that we have now. So that's kind of our lifestyle in a nutshell right there.
I'm from Savannah. He's from Dublin. I pitch. He catches.
Dublin, Georgia.
UNG, isn't that like north of me? Like
Where are you at?
We're in Duluth. We're in like Duluth.
Duluth? Yeah. You guys know Andres Perez?
Yeah.
Do you really?
You know Andres Perez?
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, he's a little bit older than you, but he played with us up at North Georgia, and he's from Duluth, actually.
Yeah.
So.
North Georgia is in Dahlonega, which is probably 45 minutes from Duluth, so not far from you at all.
Okay.
Y'all should go check it out sometime. It's beautiful up there.
Okay. At some point, you both joined the Savannah Bananas. Please tell our listeners what Bananas baseball is and how it came to be. Take it away, Kyle.
Thank you for that introduction. So the Bananas came to be a little bit before we got there in 2016. Obviously, like you said before, it started out as just a college summer baseball team. So during the summers, guys would go to play 4 different leagues around the country, CPL being the one that me and Bill got down into Savannah, kind of just working on things, keeping in touch, knocking the rust off you in between summers. From there, they kind of had a different philosophy on how to go about attacking fans and putting fans first. And that's kind of like been the whole motto for them and kind of leading the stride and why they've sold out 150 games in a row. We do baseball different. We do entertainment different. We do everything different. If there's anything that you think is normal, we do it the exact opposite. That's kind of what our owner preaches. So from 2016 to 2021, we did that. And then the premier team, which is what me and Bill are playing for now, did its first world tour last year, doing one city in Mobile, Alabama. And then this spring, when me and Bill are doing it for the first year, taking on 7 cities.
How long have you both been part of the team?
and I started in 2018, so we played the 2018, 19, 20, and 21 seasons for the Bananas, and this is our first year with the pro team. So this is year 5 for us. The Bananas have been around, like Kyle said, since 2016. We got there in 18. So we've been here for 4 summers and 5th season.
First year on the premier team.
First year on the pro team.
I have never been to a game, but hopefully I will go one day. What can a fan expect when they go to the coolest stadium name in sports, Grayson Stadium?
We need to rename it and just make it Grayson after you.
What do you
instead
do?
of William Grayson?
What are you doing April 9th?
I don't know. I mean, that's spring break, I think. We might
Clear your schedule.
Clear your schedule. Let's go. Come down.
Me and Bill are gonna hold a ticket for you and your family.
Really?
Come on.
Yeah, come on down.
April 9th. Come on.
We'll have you out on the field to play catch before the game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How's that sound?
You and your fam get together, talk about it, make sure it's cool. April 9th, you guys come watch us play in Savannah.
Just tell us how many tickets you need.
That's looking at the schedule.
My dad's looking at the schedule right now, but we have four in our family.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Thank
Are we
you.
good to go? Are we good to go?
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Come
Make it happen.
on.
Just like that. Just like that.
Grayson and Grayson Stadium, baby.
Make sure you bring your glove. Me and Bill will have you out to play catch before the game.
You
Yes.
throw out the first pitch.
Can I throw out the first pitch?
I don't see why not.
You can throw out the first pitch and I'll catch it. How about that?
But it's gonna be a banana. It won't be a baseball. You gotta
Oh,
throw
okay.
a banana.
It'll be
So
one of
take
these.
one of those-
It'll be one of these.
Yeah, take one of those off the vine and start practicing throwing with it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so
That's kind of, I guess, the short way to answer that question. We can revisit that. How about we revisit that question after you come to the game?
Okay.
Then you can give us your thoughts on how you think or how you like the game.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
A little bit about Grayson Stadium. It was built in 1926. We've had tons and tons of Hall of Famers play there. Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Jackie Robinson. I say Hank Aaron, John Smoltz. You name it. There's been tons of great ball players and Hall of Famers come in throughout the years that have dug their cleats in the same dirt that we still get to play in today. So the history of the ballpark, you can feel it when you walk in. And the Bananas have been doing baseball a little bit differently, as Kyle said, since 2016, attracting more fans than ever. And when you come on April 9th, you'll get to experience the historic ballpark and what it's like to see a Bananas game in front of a sold-out crowd.
Controlled chaos is what you're gonna see.
How does it make you feel when you hear comparisons to the Harlem Globetrotters? Who are also awesome, by the way?
We love it. So it's a little bit, we take it as a compliment because we're doing things way different and standing out. And what the Harlem Globetrotters did for years was incredible. At times they were carrying the NBA, and people would rather go see a Harlem Globetrotters game than they would the NBA game. And right now, from that point of view, the people are looking at the Savannah Bananas as we're, a hot commodity right now, especially with the lockout and everything going on. People want to see us, and even players are wanting to come, play for us and more than and have more fun than they would and possibly in MLB right now. So from that point of view, the Harlem Globetrotters is a great comparison, but we still have great baseball and we're still, so we take it as a compliment.
The premier team does the world tour, right? Like the Globetrotters, are they playing the same opponent everywhere they go, or is it a different opponent each game? Like you said, you were going to 7 cities. Is it the same opponent each?
That's kind of the fun thing that we're kind of tweaking with. So for the first 6, so when we play in Savannah, both weekends when we play, and then as well as everywhere in Florida and Alabama, we're going to bring the team with us that we play. So we bring the party animals, which are our arch nemesis or our rivals that we play, that we staff. So we got both teams filled from the one tryout that we had a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll play them both games in each city that we go to. And then kind of the trial run that we have for the spring is at the end of the tour. Our last stop is in Kansas City, where we're going to play the independent league team there, the Kansas City Monarchs. So we'll just have the Bananas that go on that trip to play the Kansas City Monarchs. So we'll be playing them there. And if I had to guess, like as we keep going forward with these things, that we'll be traveling and probably more or less playing more independent league teams than staffing our own teams.
We can do whatever we want to, man. We kind of make the rules right now with the
You're like
independent.
You're like the player coaches.
Yeah, something like that. It's kind of like LeBron James and who's another player coach? I don't know. But
Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro.
Jackie Moon. Yes, that's a good one. You ever seen that movie?
No.
But yeah, man.
I didn't think you had.
I don't recommend it. Yeah, man.
Bill, you're a catcher. What goofy things do you do during a player's at bat that might not be accepted in a real game?
Everything.
Talk a little trash, kick some dirt on them. I have a great relationship with lots of guys that I've played against in the CPL and so far in the pro league that we're playing now. We have lots of fun. A lot of times, like Kyle struck out a guy in the little trial run game we had the other day, and he shot me with a bow and arrow after the strikeout, and I pretended like it hit me in the chest, and I fell into the umpire's arms like this. I fell straight backwards. So just goofy things like that. And another one I like to do is a foul ball. When a foul ball is hit straight back, over the top of Grayson Stadium, I'll run and I'll jump up on the backstop and like steal a chip from a fan or something like that too. So nothing crazy with a batter though. I do talk a little trash.
He's got a hot mic session that you should look up on YouTube that he did. It was like highlights of him catching. He's got like a GoPro on so you can see from his point of view that they did a couple summers back. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But we have the freedom to do pretty much anything and everything we want. So
if you go on YouTube and find, I think it's like Hot Mic Bill Leroy. It's like a 2-minute video of me with a mic behind the plate before a game, and it's
good stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You could basically slip a banana underneath the player's foot, make them slip.
Like Mario Kart.
If you wanted to, but
you can do anything.
That would not be good. That would not be good. Kyle, I saw the Bananas recently had tryouts for this year's team. Some guys came dressed up in costumes. Some had great dance moves. What goes on at your tryouts, and how are selections made?
Yeah, that's an awesome question because me and Bill were actually very involved with the process of putting the tryout together. Just kind of from a baseball like feasibility standpoint, kind of what would make sense. We have these guys for one day. We want to see what kind of baseball skills that they have, as well as like what kind of personalities that they have. So that's kind of where the outfits or the outrageous outfits kind of came from. We encourage guys to show up in anything and everything that expresses who they are as a person or any special talents that they have, as well as getting to see them play baseball at a high level. So we're running through not your standard tryout of just running a 60-yard dash, throwing from the outfield. We're doing stuff like trick double plays at second base and trying to throw it from the outfield into a sign that whenever you hit the sign, cryo smoke shoots out from third base. Catchers are doing cool kind of pop-up catches, bare hand catches, sliding in between. So kind of just doing different stuff like that and seeing how well these guys can play the game of baseball, but also how well they can fit into the show that we're trying to provide for fans.
Are guys on the Premier team also on the CPL team?
Kyle and I are me, Kyle, and Dan Oberst are the only three guys. Oh, and Darren Malatesta. All right, so I just completely lied to you. There's like 5 guys, I think, because Tanner Thomas played too, and Delano. And Eamon. I mean, I think there's 6 or 7 guys. Actually, there's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my facts
straight
here.
Lot.
Like half this team has had some kind of Bananas experience in the past, but all of the guys are out of college now. So if you're in college right now, during the spring is when the college seasons are. So all the college players in the country are at their college playing right now. So all of these guys that are on the team with us are guys like Kyle and I who are graduated, like we were 1 year out of school. There's guys who have been playing independent baseball in other parts of the country that aren't playing right now. There's guys in the minor and major leagues that are, throughout this lockout have come and joined us. So
or you're 75 and you're Bill Lee and you're going to pitch for us.
Yeah. Bill Lee is 75 years old. He's in the Red Sox Hall of Fame. He ran for president in 1988. He has stories from 100 years ago. He's pitching for us this spring. Last year he was 75 years old throwing 80 miles an hour, which is crazy.
Wow.
So you'll get to see him.
Yeah.
But like short answer to that, you can't play on the CPL team and the Premier team at the same time because you'll be in college.
Because that means you're in college and playing pro ball. You can't really do that.
Okay. You guys are also known for funny and inventive walk-ups or bat flips, which we will talk about in a second. But are there any other fun, exciting things you do in your games that you hope Major League Baseball will adopt to get more people interested in the sport?
Oh, absolutely. On-field promotions. We do some on-field promotions every game. One being the inchworm. Kyle, you want to demonstrate the inchworm? I'm just kidding. So it's like an inchworm race where 5 people are right outside the first base line and they inchworm their face across the ground until they pass the finish line. And it's just we do a different promotion every game. We hardly ever do the same one twice. There's always some crazy ideas. Just getting the fans involved. Also, a foul ball as an out and a banana ball rule, which is pretty cool too. So anything that gets the fans involved and on the field is cool stuff.
I think that's something that they could take away. We do a promotion every half inning, or like in between every inning, we do something with fans. And I think that's a great way, like Bill said, to keep people involved and engaged and like care about the game and kind of just knocking down that barrier between like a fan and the team itself or the players. Like obviously there's got to be some kind of barrier, but like making them feel a part of the team is a great way to create a fan base.
What does practice look like for you guys?
So for the CPL team, practice looks like, so we play about 5 or 6 days a week sometimes with the CPL team. So we don't practice a whole lot because we're playing. Sometimes we get there 3 or 4 days early before the season starts and we hit some BP, we get to know each other, we hang out in the locker room, we take some ground balls. But the majority of the time we're playing. So at times it's 5 or 6 days a week. The days that we don't play, our practices are pretty simple. Just a lot of times we'd order pizza and we'd hit some BP. We'd have a few guys throw live on the mound. So like Kyle would hop on the mound and throw a live bullpen against our hitters and just kind of be like a hangout session, have a good time. So with the pro team right now, we have 5 days off during the week or 4 days off during the week. And we're taking lots of ground balls. We're practicing our warm up for our intro. So our players are doing a weave in and out of each other around the base pass, and we throw the ball around the horn, then we do a backflip, then we run to our position, do a mass ground balls, and then we split up again and do trick double plays, and we catch a fly ball in the outfield, do a backflip, and we fly off the field. Isn't that crazy?
It looks like a football.
Do you like have to learn how to do all this stuff?
Yeah. So a lot of our practice time is dedicated to probably half of it is dedicated to getting guys on the same page about what we want to do, like entertainment wise. And then the other half is just practicing your baseball skills.
And then after the national anthem, we do a Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders Rockette kick line, and that both teams are doing. And it's very choreographed and took a lot of practice to get these guys, stretched out so they don't pull any hamstrings during all this. So right now the practice is like practicing our entertainment side of things and practicing our baseball side, which is a little bit different for Kyle and I.
You're in for a show, Grayson.
Yeah, you're in for a big time show.
Baseball guys are very athletic, but most of them aren't that coordinated.
Now I wonder how every game is sold out.
Yeah, players do a player dance every game. So we have 5 or 6 guys scheduled to do a player dance. They do our break dance, and first base coach teaches them a dance before the game, and then the second and third inning. In the third inning, they go out in front of the fans, and all 5 of them do a choreographed dance in front of 5,000 people, and they love it. A lot of times it involves like taking shirts off or wiggling their butt, something crazy,
You also have summer camps for kids my age and older. Those are also in Savannah, right? Any thought of doing traveling camps in the future, like say the Atlanta area?
Yeah. So how old are you, Grayson?
12, almost 13.
12. Almost 13. When you turn 13?
September.
Gotcha. Yeah, we had talked about that. So me and Bill kind of really, that was the big part of us taking the full-time job, was to head the academy that our summer ball coach kind of laid the blueprint for us on how we wanted to do it and how we wanted it to look, and kind of helps us with like that kind of stuff. But me and Bill are here in person to run like the day-to-day operations of it. We got done with the fall sessions and all the camps. They went great. I think we really killed it and had some good, strong points to make stuff better in the future. We just dropped the registration and stuff for the summer camp to kind of go out and everything that we're going to do in the summer that me and Bill will be over. So to answer your question, I think really from like a business perspective, we want to be able to nail down the camps that we do here and do them really, really well and have like a list of coaches that we can staff whenever we need them to work, wherever we need them to work. And then, maybe one day down the road, we can, whenever we go to the cities, whenever we play, ultimately, I think the plan would be able to do pop-up camps one day, like that weekend, like whenever we go to play in Birmingham or we're playing something like that.
Our camps are a blast, is what he's trying to say.
Mhm.
And we're trying to get out there and venture out to other parts. We just got to make sure we're crushing it here first. The one camp that Kyle and I have ran so far was the winter camp. And we had 90 kids out there this summer, from 6-year-olds to 12-year-olds. And we had 4 different baseball games going at once. After we had did drills and stuff all day long, kids bat flipping. I gave 85 nicknames to all the guys out there. It was a blast. Everybody had fun. Parents loved it. Kids traveled from 5 different states to play, come be a part of this. So, we're really growing quick, and hopefully we can get up to that Atlanta area soon.
We're kind of copying that. We're copying that Bananas organization kind of structure of playing in Savannah, crushing it in Savannah, and then taking it on the road to be at other places. So we're kind of just a little bit behind them. But once we get it real nailed down and real good, we want to take it to other cities so we can have different people be a part of it.
Let's talk about those incredible bat flips now. Most baseball purists will say there is no place for that in baseball. Then you have guys like my dad that seem to be okay with it, depending on who is doing it or what the game situation is when a player does it. Can you tell us how you've come up with these bat flips?
Yeah, man, absolutely. First of all, my standpoint on bat flips is I think everybody should do it because it's fun. We sit around the office all the time and give our, we get together in groups and start tossing out ideas of what would be cool. What could we get on video that would be really cool? And we had this idea, a month or 2 ago, saying like, hey, we should get some bat flip tricks, going in, and get some videos of Kyle and I doing this on the field, like we're practicing, and it just took off and people have loved it. So, we kind of sit around like, what would be funny? What is something on a baseball field that we can do that would be crazy, that would get a laugh, that the fans would love? And so we just start tossing ideas out between me and Kyle and, our owner, Jesse, and Zach, our director of entertainment, and anybody else who may have an idea, and we just go out there and do it. So Kyle and I had one, the jackhammer was one I really loved. So I hit him. You like that one?
I've seen my dad showed me your Instagram videos, and like you've done ones with like the pogo stick and just like the jackhammer thing, the bow and arrow slingshot thing that you did. It's so cool.
The fishing one.
Anything to get people talking. Which one was it?
The fishing,
the fishing.
Yeah, the fishing was
that
crazy.
Was solid. Anything to get people talking, whether they hate it or whether they like it, I think is the overall goal, is to get people talking. And we have the most creative people on the planet sometimes in one room coming up with ideas.
Yep. Some people say it's not, great for the game, but at the same time, like, it's just fun. And as long as you're doing bat flips, if you're celebrating with your team and you're not, the whole point of it is not to, get at the other pitcher or try to say like, try to be disrespectful. It's all about celebrating and having fun with your own team. And I think we're doing a great job of that, right now. So, for the game, it's not meant to be disrespectful. It's meant to be fun and meant to be celebratory with your teammates. And man, baseball is meant to be having fun.
What do you think your biggest contribution to the team is, Bill? And same question to you, Kyle.
Oh, so right now for the pro team, I think the best contribution that we have is experience. We've played here for 4 years, and we've seen 4 different teams. We've seen what works. We know the culture of the Bananas really well. We know what is expected. And with all that experience and all the time that we have, being here and playing here, being in front of 5,000 fans and really, soaking in all that craziness that we do, is just, just being able to share with others kind of, what that experience looks like. If we're able to help them out or give them some tips here and there to new players coming in here, it's really allowed us to kind of be player coaches for this team, just because we know everything that's going on and we're able to help out others know what that looks like.
Have any
Yeah,
female Here, you can go.
I think just piggybacking off of that, like I think that everybody, you know, including me and Bill and everybody that we're playing with, everybody can play the game of baseball at a high level, so you can contribute, you know, in your own way on the field. But me and Bill specifically, yeah, just kind of being able to get guys out of their comfort zone as quick as possible and kind of introducing them to, you know, what this place is all about and telling them how crazy it is, or sharing stories and getting people to buy in from an early couple of days whenever they're first here is definitely a big thing for us, because then we can really start to knock out entertainment stuff and entertaining fans.
Have any female players tried out for your team?
We've had no female players try out for our team. However, there is a girl that is pitching in Australia right now. I think she's like 17 or 18 years old, and she's up to like 84 miles an hour. I don't know if you've seen her. She's left-handed. She's the real deal. And you know, we're trying to reach out to her possibly and see if she wants to join our squad. I mean,
We're all about it.
Yeah, so we're all for it. That'll be awesome.
My travel team is playing in Savannah during Memorial Day weekend. My family is on the wait list for a ticket, but if we can't go, are there any television options for the Bananas now, or any in your future?
I know that so usually the main method in the summers, at least, they do 2 different broadcasts. One of them is through Facebook. There's a Facebook insiders group that the Bananas run for like $5 a month. I think you can get access to all the games and stuff like that. And then also there's a company called Flow Sports that is kind of over the whole CPL Summer League. And that's whenever you can join that for like $20 a month or something like that. And they stream all the games and they have all the rights to the games. But we do our own stream on Bananas Insiders, which my biased opinion is way better, because you have our announcer, Biko, who just won the CPL Announcer of the Year, which is the most incredible announcer I've ever been around. So he's entertaining, and there's a couple different ways to watch him.
All
I
right,
highly recommend being a Bananas Insider. Biko is so funny, and there's not a person in the world that doesn't like Biko. He does a great job running that.
All right, guys. I end my podcast with these 4 questions. Please give us as much or as little information as you want. Are you ready?
Is this like a rapid fire kind of thing?
Yeah, it is. That's actually exactly what it's called, rapid fire question.
Okay, so are we both answering all 4? Or are we going like one question, one question?
Whatever you guys want.
We probably could alternate.
Okay.
Yeah, you go first.
Personally, does Barry Bonds or Roger Clemens deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Easily.
Barry Bonds is the best hitter in the world.
So what about Roger Clemens?
Yeah, definitely.
He's a real deal.
Without a doubt. Baseball is a hard game no matter what kind of background influences are in it. At the end of the day, you have to either throw a ball over the plate and beat somebody, or you have to be at the plate and hit a round ball with a round bat.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking for an edge. Anyway, keep going.
Who is your favorite player of all time?
Oh, tough. I love David Ortiz. David Ortiz is one of my favorite players I watched growing up. I loved watching him. He was one of the most clutch hitters in the world. He's just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. I love David Ortiz. I think that's my answer.
Nolan Ryan.
Okay.
I'm from Texas. He's a pitcher. He's incredible. He's an absolute savage on the mound too.
What is your favorite baseball movie?
I love Moneyball. Moneyball is hard to beat. It's a great movie. And actually, our head coach, Eric Burns, that was about his team. So his team, that athletics team that he was on, that movie was about him, which is cool.
Either Moneyball for me too, or Hardball. I like Hardball too. That's a good movie for sure.
Finally, what was your favorite baseball experience, either as a player or a fan?
I've had quite a few. I have 3 rings that are sitting in there on my desk right now. One of them being a Bananas ring and 2 being a North Georgia ring. Winning the 2021 CPL championship with the Bananas was one of the most emotional and amazing moments of my life. That team celebrating. That was our 4th summer playing there. It was the 4th year with the same coaching staff there in the summer. So it was pretty much like another college career for Kyle and I. So we worked 4 years very hard as a coaching staff, as players, to get to that point where we needed to be. We went 40-10, and we finally pulled it home, that championship in our 4th season all together, with all the fans and all the players on board at the same time. That was a special moment. Also going to the World Series my freshman year at the University of North Georgia, first time ever getting on an airplane. Pretty cool.
Which World Series?
It was a Division II College World Series. Kyle and I both went our freshman year of college.
Okay.
Grand Prairie, Texas.
Grand Prairie, Texas.
Bill, Kyle, hearing about your team and all the fun the Bananas have and all the joy they bring to the fans makes me want to go to a game as soon as I can. Thank you for coming on here and talking to me today. Did you have fun, and would you want to come back on the future?
Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna talk to you after we see you in Grayson Stadium in April. We can do another podcast
Absolutely.
after that, and we can actually question you on the podcast about your experience at the game.
Yeah, we're gonna flip the roles around. Absolutely, we had a great time, man. You had some great questions. You're very well spoken.
Thank you.
You look great with your hat and your glasses and the hoodie, man.
And
you
your
look,
bananas.
You look professional. You got it going on, man. You got a bright future.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time and the fun you have. If you would like more information on the Savannah Bananas World Tour or their upcoming schedule, please check out savannahbananas.com or follow them on Instagram at the Sav Bananas. And thank you to my listeners. If you like what you're hearing, you can help me out by subscribing and by following my Instagram page at Baseball Podcasts Are Fun, subscribing on Spotify, and my new YouTube channel. Also, Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. And please tell a friend. Speaking of friends, join me next week when my guests will be the 3 newest team members of my GBA 12U Academy travel team. Until then, I am Grayson Knight, and this was Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. Don't forget to swing for the fences. See ya!